Van life in a heatwave can be tricky. It's 30 degrees, no aircon, and we're in a metal box on wheels. Today, we're taking you inside what it's really like to try and survive a UK heatwave in a camper van and sharing the hacks that are keeping us and our animals just cool enough to function.
Found a nice little shaded spot, so we've got out for a little shaded walk, haven't we, buddy? So you don't overheat. Old Peter Panterson, because this guy is not a fan of the heat, so getting him out as early as possible and keeping him in the shade is key to him not dying, to him not overheating. He's not made for this hot weather. I know you were asking after how we stay cool in a camper van in the UK in hot weather. Tip number one is we've got these awesome blackout blinds, which are relatively blackout, but the sun is absolutely beating. So yeah, it's an absolute rip rooner around that side. So what we do is we keep all these shut whilst we can, and then open up the windows a little bit, just pull that back so we get a little bit of airflow, but then the sun's not absolutely hammering inside the van. What difference that makes? Probably at least a few degrees. And then during the day, as the sun sort of comes round, we have the blinds down, and then what we do is we also have our silver foils, so we will put those up underneath the blinds and then up at the back as well if the sun's beating through. Right, now let's make another hot drink. So yeah, that might sound mental, hey, making a hot drink in hot weather, but I've read, and I'll do a Google search to try and back that having a warm drink on a hot day is actually more beneficial than having a cold drink. But we'll be having both today because it's the morning, so it's coffee and tea time. And later on, it's going to be cold drinks, and we've got a little ice in the freezer. Oh yeah. How do you cope with hot weather in your house, in your flat, in your camper van and motorhome? Because it's all quite a challenge, isn't it? Read online, some people put their sheets in the freezer. We're not doing that in here. The freezer's way too small. Because the sun's ripping, and we have an electric kettle, it only seems advantageous to use that on a boiling hot day rather than using our stovetop to heat up the van even further using the gas. So yeah, another tip right at you. Yeah, I'm gonna make these teas and coffees, and then yeah, pick you up in 2 ticks. Yeah, also today we'll be doing a cool little thermometer check as we go through the day, so you can see how much the van is rapidly heating up. And part of the day we're going to be in shade here, but actually we're going out, so we're going to go and find and hunt down some shade today. But we're going to pop up the little temperature gauge just so you can follow along and see how hot it's been getting. We woke up and it was about 21 point something degrees. And that was quite early in the morning, so I think the hottest it got yesterday might have been 29 degrees in the van, and today is going to be a hell of a lot hotter, so let's see what happens. The hottest day of the year so far, because we've got no air conditioning.
We don't, surprisingly. You'd think you would in a 36-year-old van.
Yes, warmer outside in the shade with a bit of breeze than it is in the van currently. A whole sort of 1 to 2 degrees warmer.
There you go.
I would have said practically it would have been warmer inside the van. Let's crack on with today and see how we survive.
Let's do it.
If you have an old van like ours, definitely pop the bonnet and check your coolant, because that is a must on a day like today. Right, we're all ready to head off. It is already I'll pop this up the front just so you can see how hot it gets up in the cab. It's already jumped up to a whopping 28.2, and I think as I'm talking it's increasing. So without further ado, let's hit the road and get to a shaded park up for the day where we can hopefully relax and live our lives.
Even on a hot day, the New Forest is a beautiful place to drive. From forest roads to open heathland, it's simply a joy.
We're at our lovely little shaded park up for the day, but little temperature update, it is 33.8 on the drive here in the front of the cab. Let's get you out to some water, buddy, and yeah, put some covers on. But as you can see, it's quite dark in here, so pretty shaded so far. We'll leave the windows open slightly. Right, covers on, shades on. It is warm, guys. Let's get out into some shade.
That's the beauty of the New Forest on hot days. A shaded park up and a walk is never too hard to find. Finding access to water is just an added bonus. The perfect relief from the blazing sun on a heatwave day when you're in your camper van.
We are at Puttles Bridge car park and we found a lovely forested walk. It's still pretty roasting, but there's a little bit of respite with the wind. So yeah, another top tip is if you're gonna spend the day outside, try and find some sheltered and wooded areas, because it really takes the heat off of the walk. And yeah, perfect for little Frank. Another top tip is we found somewhere where there's a little river, both for us and for Frank, so we can pop our feet in there, cool down. I feel moderately cooler at the moment, and we've bathed Frank in some cooler water, so that should give him a few more minutes in the sun or in this heat today. This is a lovely spot for the day. We're going to go and hang out at a different river because it's a bit busy, this one. Let's go and have a look. It's a weekday and it is massively busy here, so God knows what it's going to be like in the summer holidays. Reduce your sun exposure is another tip. Much as you can keep in the shade and out of the, well, I think it's about 1 o'clock at the moment, so anything out of the sort of like midday sun, which is the most intense. It's not the hottest part of the day today, God no. That's gonna be about 5 o'clock. I think we're gonna head off to the bakery for a little spot of lunch and find somewhere a little bit quieter to have our picnic. So, sorry for 2 weeks in a row, but we're going back to the bakehouse. Even in the breeze, which you can probably hear now, it is roasting.
Oh, the beauty of the New Forest is even when you find areas overcrowded on hot days, it's not too far to explore and find somewhere all to yourself. To sit back, relax and enjoy the peace and quiet the beautiful space provides.
Another one is stay hydrated. We're back at HQ. Frank is laying down outside. Murphles, absolutely loving it in here. We tried to take him outside, but he wanted to stay in here. Weirdly, he just loves being nice and toasty. Right, Murphles? You're just enjoying yourself. Let's crack on with a couple more tips, eh? Another tip is, if you've got a little spray bottle, like we do, that, oh, is very pleasant and quite cooling. Another one is if you have a shower in your van like us, it's a bit too warm in there to film with both of us, so I'm going to do another demonstration. I'd recommend having a cold shower. That's definitely going to keep you cool, but if you don't have a shower and you've got some bottled water, why not get yourself outside and just cool your head down like that. Another way to stay cool is if you've got a bike that you take around with you and your camper van, it definitely keeps the temperature down. Got to pop to the shop to grab something that I didn't get earlier, so off we go for a little bike ride. Oh, I think I've got a bug in my eye. Oh. Something we love about the New Forest is, hey, look, this little fella. Just stopping traffic. The donkeys in Brockenhurst are amazing. If you're able to spot them, they're absolutely wondrous. Outside someone's house. Hello, mate. You guys are just getting a bit of shade, aren't you? What a weird, unique place that this is. You really have to come and visit it to experience it yourself. Back on the bike, we've got things to do, let's go. Supply secured, let's get back to base camp. Oh, they're big, aren't they? Ooh. Next up on the Next up on the top tips list, wow, that's hard to say. Next up on the top tips list is maybe book yourself into a campsite. We're at a campsite at the moment. As you can see, we're in the shade, so it really makes for a great bit of respite when the sun is absolutely blazing. We're parked under these trees. We've been sat outside playing some cards just now, and it's just a lot cooler than in the van. Obviously you can find a park up, but the ease of sitting outside, finding shade, etc., it's not as easy. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, how are we all doing?
Sweating.
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
No, you look really great. I can feel the sweat coming off of my face.
That's because you've just sorted all the van out to drive and I've turned a couple of seats around.
Oh, no, don't be like that. I had a shower as well and it was probably a bit warm. Stupid. Didn't take my own advice yesterday and having a cold shower, but hey, what are you going to do?
You can't control the temperatures, man. Not in a campsite shower.
No,
and
you
you're in a
can't.
van, you can.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, it is hot.
Yeah, so on the weather app, no one asked this information. It looked like it was going to be cooler today.
They lied.
They lied. It was 25, 26 in the van when we woke up. So yeah, we've done some work, done some bits, life stuff, and so we're going to go and get a lovely bit of picnic stuff, aren't we, and head back to the woods. Although the van is shaded here, it's just not shaded enough, is it?
I just can't help but find it amusing because those people who have followed us for a while will know how much you've harped on about I love the heat and
an eye after yesterday and today.
I can hear the sweat.
That is rank.
That is disgusting.
Sorry to everyone watching.
This is not a great advert for how to keep cool in the hot weather, and you're there like.
Yeah, but today's hotter than yesterday. Where's my spray bottle?
That is why we're about to go and do another top tip of keeping cool in the hot weather, aren't we?
Yeah.
Should we tell them now?
Go on then.
We are going to go for a scenic drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's another really good thing to do. When you're driving with the windows open, then it just cools everything down. Oh, and if you can drive through the woodland, I mean, probably not if you're on the motorway, I'm talking a scenic drive. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to go and take you to, I think, probably one of the New Forest's most famous drives.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to go and do that and let some air flow through this van.
That's nicer, just driving along at what, like 10 miles an hour. There's a bit of breeze, like
nature's aircon.
Yeah, nature's aircon. On days like today, one of us has to kind of stay in the van because we've tried to park in some shades, but all the shaded spots at the supermarket are taken. So just for responsibility, one of us stays with the animals, mainly Frank, because as you could see then, he's already panting. But we're parked in the direct sun, so responsible dog owners, one of us stays with him. We can get him some water and watch him pant some more, I guess. Hez has gone into the supermarket to get us a few picnicky bits, and then we'll head on out for today's adventures. Another great tip, don't stress your fridge out on super hot days. So try and keep it as packed full as possible, because then that reduces the amount of air in there. So everything kind of works in harmony. A little bonus tip that Kez will be experiencing right now is using public spaces on hot days. So places like supermarkets, museums, libraries, shopping malls all have are all using air conditioning. So right now she'll be basking in really lovely cool temperatures, but that's obviously very circumstantial for you. Like, both of us can't be in there at the moment because we have got animals, but if you're animal free, to get yourself out of your van or motorhome, yeah, maybe check those options out, and some of them even have free Wi-Fi, so win-win. She doesn't know I'm filming her. Creepy. Alright, lass.
Oh, I thought we'd have a fresh salad for dinner.
Oh, sit.
That's for dinner.
Hang on.
Oh.
Put the old camera away.
You have to experience the Rhindfeld Ornamental Drive for yourself. It's not just a road, it's a living canvas, a majestic corridor where ancient trees whisper tales of time and towering redwoods reach for the sky. Every turn offers a breathtaking spectacle, pulling you deeper into nature and unadulterated beauty. If you're looking for an experience that will awaken your soul and remind you of the magic in the New Forest and truly let you disconnect, then this drive is an absolute must-do.
Got a little spot in the shade. You seem a bit happier, mate.
Blackwater car park and picnic area is perfect on a day like today. Plenty of shade, plenty of picnic benches, and all free to enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
These were 50% off, so we got a samosa each, we got some cheese and cold store for our baguette. You all know what a baguette looks like. There's some cherries. Oh, someone burnt their mouth the other day. Eating a sausage.
Oh, good.
So, it was though, it was a hot dog I'd cooked.
Took the skin off
Got a
my
veggie
mouth.
up
Cherries are half price in the at the moment.
there. Get yourself down there.
Normally £3.98, £1.99. Oh, look, you're showing them the rubbish view.
I know.
Show them what we're looking at.
Which we just talk like this then?
Just embarrassing us now by making us vlog in a public place.
Oh yeah. I still get more used to it weirdly.
Yeah, you are more used to it.
Yeah.
Really, I think. I'm not so.
I'm more balls to the wall.
I mean, it'd be worrying if I was, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's a lovely little picnic.
Yeah.
Really
Lovely little
nice.
area. It's what, probably like 5-10 tables.
Yeah, and then people just pulling up their chairs and picnic blankets.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's like a real easy, slow lunch spot, and the temperature has cooled beautifully.
So we're going to go and take Frankles for a little walk and stay in the forest, and yeah, obviously taking you with us, aren't we? But yeah, look how tall these trees are. Let's get our stuff back in the fridge and we will get on the move.
Smidge, get it in the fridge. Smidge, that's a good nickname for you.
Yeah, is it? Smidge. Yeah, Kez is still trying to think up a nickname for me. Do I open it up and say answers below?
I think you guys should help me come up with a nickname for Trist, because he's really good at making up nicknames and I am rubbish. Like, his most recent nickname for me is Pockets, which I think is brilliant. But yeah, if you have any... Hey, what nicknames? Don't be rude. What nicknames? I can't think of any. I am rubbish. Trist probably won't even put this in the vlog, will he? But anyway, little bit of kiss cam. Also, a top tip for if you live in a van and it's really hot, take your trousers and cut them into shorts.
Are you showing everyone your new shorts?
Yeah, I was giving him my own little top tip.
Yeah.
Trist was busy in the van, so I've been playing with his telephone. Shouldn't let me loose with the cam.
Bubs.
Have you come to the Rhindfeld car park?
Yeah, Blackwater car park. We should know. How long have we bloody spent here? Yeah,
We
Blackwater
have a
car
coffee
park.
van with loads of different ice creams, and they're delicious. And they're a really lovely young couple as well.
Yeah, I think that's New Forest ice cream, isn't it?
It's absolutely
They make it in the forest.
delicious.
When we were here a few months ago, I think. Yeah, hopefully. From our rainy days vlog, wasn't it? About weather windows. If you've been around for a while, you know what a weather window is. But yeah, where this was a lovely stream, it's this now.
That's mental.
Streamless. Face is disgusting. Family picture.
I will say, as an honest review on the New Forest ice cream, I would have thought it to be a bit more creamy,
Yeah.
whereas it's a little bit more icy. Not that I'm complaining, but more of an icy flavour than a creamy flavour.
Fair play.
I wonder if the raspberry and clotted cream would have been more creamy.
Well, you'll have to get another one to find out. I wonder if you can buy it in a shop somewhere.
In the farm shops. It tastes like, see what I'm saying? Not as creamy as you think, more icy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're going to buy ice cream from the ice cream vendor, what would be your favourite flavour?
And what would you say? But mine is mint chocolate. What would you say yours is?
Yeah, I'd probably say if I had to pick one, I'd probably go mint choc chip.
Really?
Do you not think I would?
No, not in all the time we've spent.
I think it's probably because I had mint choc chip a lot growing up, so I've tried to experiment with flavours.
Oh, okay.
Salted caramel, I think I overdid.
Yeah, I mean, that's wondrous. That is
Chocolate
wondrous.
is a bit boring on its own. If I'm honest, if I'm going to be really honest, I love a double scoop, so you can get both the flavours. Because then you can have. Oh no, I don't want a double scoop today. So that's a compliment choc chip. But if you're asking your favourite, coffee.
Look at
Coffee.
that.
Coffee might actually be my favourite ice cream. What's yours?
What's yours? What have we got on the menu tonight?
We are
Chef.
having I bought loads of fresh stuff in Aldi today, so we're going to chop it all up and pop it in a bowl. No, we're having a feta salad with a honey, chilli, lemon, olive oil dressing and feta cheese.
Oh,
Did
nice.
I say feta salad?
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw these tomatoes and they looked really colourful, and we promised ourselves that if we buy fresh things in this heat, we'll eat them straight away. So that's what we're doing. Oh yeah, look, it does look like you come to like my cooking show, doesn't it? Hey, welcome to my cooking show. When the sun's blazing and your van feels more like an oven, cooking outside becomes more than just a practical choice. It's a little slice of summer magic. Making a salad under the shade of a tree with birdsong in the background and a soft breeze on your skin turns a simple meal into an experience. It keeps the heat and mess out of the van, gives you space to breathe and connects you to the world around you in a way indoor cooking never could. There's something grounding about chopping veggies with your feet in the grass, your dog at your side and the sound of nature all around you. It's van life at its simplest and its best. Well, we made it through another scorcher just about. Van life in a UK heatwave definitely isn't glamorous, but with the right tricks up your sleeve, it's totally doable and enjoyable. If you've got your own stay cool hacks, drop them in the comments. We'd love to try them out. And if this has helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more real UK van life, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Until next time, stay cool, and as always, bye for now.